Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. High Speed Pursuit. Man, you are on the ball. I've adjusted the music volume up just a fuzz. Let me know how that sounds to you. If it could be louder, or if it's just right, or whatever. D Money Squad. Hey, Sammy, my good man. Tell me you've ranked that Star Lord. Tell me. Tell me he's 455 and you are halfway through Labyrinth of Legends, sir. D Money Squad. Soaib. Jolt the Lightning Bolt. Tony the Tooth. Hello, hello, gentlemen. Tonight, just a simple arena grind. I'll be on for about an hour, hour and a half, roughly. Waiting for my 5 stars to come back online, and that'll probably be the last thing I do tonight. So I'll wait. Yeah, they got about 40 minutes, so we're gonna grind a little arena here and just hang out for a little bit, provide a little background noise for everybody on their grind. I am gonna go for. Let's go ahead and hit this real quick. I am gonna go ahead and pick up Punisher 2099. I don't know if I've got him already. I got to rank him up one more rank to get him to rank 3, so I'm not 100% sure yet, but part of me is thinking about selling him and then claiming him again from this arena. I probably should have went for him last time if I would have thought he was going to go solo. DJ Ray Ray, good sir, newest 4 Loki member to 100% Labyrinth of Legends, and join the club. Good to see you. James Huff, turn my mic up. My mic is all the way up, buddy. I don't know what else to do for you there. Real deal. Doing good, sir. Warmed up a little bit today, so can't complain. Kids were out of school. Snow day. Well, technically, there was just some ice on the road this morning, so they canceled school. I'm ready for them to go back, though, to be honest with you. I need to be able to get some work done during the day versus kind of just hanging out with them all the time. Fitz Shillingford. Good evening, sir. Tea and crumpets to you. Ishan Suhail. I don't know, I probably butchered that, but good to see you, man. Thanks for swinging by. Hopefully, make your grind go a little bit easier. I was falling asleep earlier trying to play at 3 Star Arena, and I was like, you know what? I gotta either jump in a stream, walk around, or maybe I'll just go live, make this thing a whole lot easier. Got a good hour and a half sleep. Hey, man, that's probably 30 minutes more than you needed, right? Volume up. Okay, let me see what I can do here. Should I turn the music down? Or let me go into filters and adjust the gain a little bit. I'm gonna bump it up like 3 notches. Tell me how that is. So it should be a little bit louder. Haven't tweaked any settings since my last stream. Sammy, I'm doing good, sir. It's better than BG's. Yeah, I gotta crank his up to 10 a couple times. By adjusting the gain, it makes it louder, but sometimes it can add distortion. So just make sure that it's not sounding like crap or anything. Hey, all right, I nailed it. Good deal, man. Thanks for swinging by. Like I said, hopefully just provide a little background noise to your evening grind. Kind of helping me out a little bit too, keeping me awake, alert, interacting with you guys a little bit, have a little bit of fun. This is the first time, man, in months and months and months probably that I've turned off suicides, and usually I only run half suicides anyway, the double edge mastery, and honestly, I'm not seeing too much of a difference in my arena times. Maybe just a fuzz slower from every once in a while. And when it comes to like Lion's Quest, man, I'm not really having any issues. And now I'm being able to use specials and such. So, and fight minis a lot easier. So I might just have to leave them off. Going full. Deep wounds, full assassin, full mystic dispersion. Got 3 out of 3 glass cannon, and it seems to be working out pretty good. So it's better. All right, thanks, real deal. Tea is drank and crumpets are crumped, dude. Nice. Crump them crumpets. That's what I like. I like to. I don't know if I've ever had a crumpet. Kind of like reminds me of a scone. So I'm not sure if that's like a thing, if that's similar, or what. But I might have to give me some What was it? Class? I have to get some class one of these days. Experience it myself. Dr. Doob, how are you, sir? What are you at, like 28 million already? You going for the Sentry Dupe? I I've got him out of four of those crystals the other day, and I went ahead and I had four Science Awakening gems, so I took him to 550. Had some overflow science anyway. Took him 550, Sig 19. Only used him in arena, which you'll see him. I think he's coming up next. And he seems like a smooth champ. I've seen some more extended gameplay footage of him, but I'm wondering how he is with questing. If that might be one of the better places for him. But let's see. I don't have him. They're not 550. We'll chuck in Hulk for a little damage and put in Loki. Perfect. Awesome. Son of a bee, Manny. You know it, Danny. That must be Hector's raid thing. We'll just go ahead and say hashtag son of a bee Manny. I know I am an internet meme. I should feel like I've done something with my life. 3.7, nice dude. Like I have made it. I have officially made it. I'm an internet meme. I can just stop with everything else now. But yeah, this dude right here, he plays really slick. I haven't really looked at his abilities a whole lot, just because I know I'm not probably going to use him outside of arena. But I ranked him up for diversity on defense. I doubt that he gives anybody a hard time, unless they might catch him on like the whole new factor, not used to his animations yet, that kind of thing. Do I plan on face cam eventually on my stream, Justin? I'm not really sure, man. I really like my anonymity, and I mean, I could turn my webcam on right now. I've got a built-in one into my iMac, but eh, kind of prefer the man behind the iron curtain type thing. Not that I'm like an ugly dude or anything, but just keep it this way for a little bit. Be man to kiss my fanny hashtag. I like that. I like that. Rhymes. It rhymes. Yep, kind of like Scony thing. Slap a little butter on it when it's hot. Legit. Dude, English people don't say legit, right? I mean, that's you have been westernized, my son. Mr. Caffeine, good to see you. Recognize your name from a couple of my streams. Hope everything's going well. Oh, pushed her to an SP3. And she keeps limbo. Alright, it's all good. I think I'll survive. Red Hulk and Luke Cage buff coming to beta testing. Yeah, I've seen that. Gran Kahonu caught himself a invitation to that. So looking forward to seeing what all it entails and what they're really trying to do. I can't really think of a way that they should buff either one of those champs to make them viable, or how they would, so to speak. Now, Luke Cage, his exhaustion, he wears me out, man, in arena. If somebody running willpower and he puts that exhaustion on him, especially if you go up against like one of those earlier matches where they're really high ranked compared to you, man, they just sit there and regen. It makes the fight so long. So yeah, there's got to be some sort of like defensive ability accuracy reduction or something tied in with those debuffs, because otherwise they're pretty useless if you ask me. Eternal Warrior 2, good to see you, sir. They should buff Carnage over Luke. Man, yeah, Carnage, I don't know what's up with that guy, man. I only have him as a 2 and 3 star, and I just use him in arena, and it just nothing about him seems overwhelming whatsoever. I mean, he does like all these tons of bleeds that last like super quick. And his buffs are like constantly changing. So yeah, I'm really unfamiliar with. Maybe I'm not playing him right, but it just doesn't seem like he has very good damage output, like whatsoever. Oh, so B-Man thinks he's a 2010. Come on, stream 47. Thanks, Jackie. Appreciate that. It's all good. I don't care too much about likes, dislikes. Just here to have some fun. Like I said, provide a little background music for some people who I know are out doing the same thing, and it's so hard to stay awake sometimes during some of these grinds. 5 years in USA, losing your Englishness. You want some grape drink? I saw some guys one time with some grape drink, DRANK. Welcome to the South, I guess. I don't know. Make Luke Cage have a synergy with Daredevil where he becomes a Star Lord. Hey, it's so funny. I mean, obviously, every champ coming out can't be a Star Lord or a Blade or whatever the case may be. These god tier, just really super high damage champs. But man, they really jumped all over Kabam for how they did Sentry and his whole. Because I watched some of the comic stuff ahead of time because I had no idea, and some people posted some links in chats, and this is who he is, the power of a million suns, all this good stuff, and it is not good. So it is not good. Do you ever think to be a god tier science champ apart from Hulk and Quake? Hmm. Well, that's really hard to say. I hope that they have something better than Quake. Well, not better than Quake, just different. There just needs to be more utility in the science tree because they're obviously not any of them are counters for Mystic Champs. So what I'd like to see is just a little bit more utility, whether it's through regeneration or power control or just something that makes them viable to use in other aspects of the game outside of Arena. Hector, yeah, 50 watching, no dislikes. Oh man, well then I'm doing something wrong. I better start giving some good life advice, I guess. More hits in the meter and he hits harder. Oh, Danny talking about Carnage. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking because I watched BG play with him the other night and he never used a special one, which I special one. I just meant he didn't use a special at all. And I started thinking, I was like, maybe that's how you're supposed to play him. But then I was also thinking, BG doesn't really use specials a lot because he runs suicides. So I thought that might be a part of it too. So yeah, I'll have to just let it build up because the SP1's really cool, especially when it's like 9, 10 bleeds off. But at the same time, it's just time consuming to make those arena fights with him. So if they buff Luke Cage, will be a new god tier. Ah, sounds good to me. John Wesley Thomas, good to see you, sir. Hey, Legacy, good to see you too. How is Century? Brought him in AQ yesterday, and every fight he procced a state, most fights. Hmm. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I can bring him into AQ, man. I really kind of have my team set, and I need some regeneration as well as bleed immunity. So one dislike, at least the hater was on time. Oh, thank God, high speed. Wouldn't have been a stream if I didn't get some dislikes. Kabam CEO. If Luke becomes god tier, I will sell my champs and quit. I don't know, man. I'd be excited. I've got Luke Cage as a 5-star. I got him as a 4-star. I think Sig 99, if not really close. So might give him some usability. Yeah, what the WTF is juice? I want some of that drink. That's right. That's right. Grape drink. Do you guys have a beta testing, Oned? I didn't get an invitation, or if they did, it's still out in the mail, I suppose. But not yet. Damian Wayne, good to see you, sir. Power of a Million Indigestion. Yeah, he's gotten a lot of hate. A lot of hate. Even more than me. So that's good. That's good. There's a vid about Cage beta testing. Man, it's all pretty new. Most of the guys I know that make videos and such, like Gran, he just got his invitation just shortly, and it said something about he had like a day and a half. So I doubt you're going to see anything coming out from those guys that maybe did get the invitation for at least 3 or 4 days, I imagine. Somewhere in that neighborhood, anyway. Dude, splitting bars. I mean, I have 5-star Awakening Science Gem. In fact, like you said, there's not champ science really nice to use at part in Arena. Yeah, 5-star Science Awakening Gem, just hold it. I mean, if you got Quake and you want a Prestige, she's worth it. Outside of that, at the moment, I mean, obviously Sentry's got the Beast Prestige, but wait for Void. Wait and see if they come out with like a Thor, or not Thor, but a Gladiator Hulk or whatever you want to call him. He could be pretty decent. And then again, if you just really like a champ and you're not playing that super in-game prestige game, then go to town, awaken anybody you like Modoc. Modoc's actually probably worth it. He's actually turned out to be a pretty good champ. Real fun to play with too, from what I've heard. Kabam CEO pulled 3 5-star Luke Cages. Oof, man. Yeah, it's rough, bro. Not the hater. Yeah, I thought I asked for dislikes. No, I just thought I needed to be doing something different, maybe. Now, here's a champ that I've actually come to really enjoy that I find hits super hard is Angela. Her SP1 is really weak, but man, the power she gets off her Furies is insane. I might try to bring her into AQ on the earlier days. She's got a little bit of regeneration, so that could go too. Good too. He's the complete opposite of what Kabam said. Yes, good in short fights, not in long fights. That is true. Sugar, water, and of course purple. Hey, Patty's Pub. Good to see you too. If anybody wants Damian Wayne in their alliance, hit him up. Hector, good to see you, sir. I'm gonna make my LOL video and then probably end up hitting me up tomorrow. Okay, cool. I won't hide. I won't hide too much from you, man. I mean, obviously, this is a competitive thing. I'll try to help you as best I can without. I mean, you got to play well. That's all there is to it. And have the right champs. But I can try to help you out a little bit for sure. I mean, it's not like I'm hiding anything. You can go back and watch like Legacy's stream, Yeet's stream. You can literally watch every single fight, and know going into it, who you need to bring, what you need to do. So, not too many secrets out there. Didn't they already say Gladiator Hulk won't be science? Ooh, is he cosmic, Ray Ray? I'm not really sure, man. I didn't know if that was on the forum or because the last thing in my mind it was like some I don't think it was a screenshot but some like graphic image of like Sentry, Void, and Gladiator Hulk all together, and I could have sworn that they were all three. And these guys can't even hit each other. All science, but he might be cosmic. Oh, they wouldn't make him skill though, would they? Hmm. Spider-Man. I should have just used Iceman on this fight. Oh, come on. Wow. Man, this dude. Hold on just a sec, guys. I don't want to die here. So frustrating fighting him sometimes. There we go. Get that stun off. Assassin's Range. Angela is a truck Eternal Warrior. She is good, man. She is good. I don't know what they said high speed. That's why I'm wondering if chat knows. Daily Biggs. What are some of the best cosmic champs to give an awakening gem to? I've got 2 4-star awakening gems and no one to give them to. Best cosmic, you are looking at Medusa and Hyperion. Angela, I don't think she benefits from it from what I've heard. And you are looking at Hela. She's okay, but top of the list, I'm going to say Medusa and Hyperion for sure. Because they both benefit pretty greatly from their awakened ability. Yesterday I sold my Luke and Jane Foster to get 10k shards and got Iron Patriot. Wow, sorry dude. It happens, man. Kind of the same thing happened to Cam, except he sold like everybody but Luke and Jane Foster. Yeah, it's a tough one. I only sell champs in certain situations, and coming up here for Medusa, because I have 2 awakening gems and a bunch of cosmic sig stones, I would like to awaken and rank up a cosmic champ. I might sell Punisher just because I'm going to get him in arena, and then yeah, outside of that, yeah, I'll only sell like sig 20 or unawakened champs, if I'm going to sell any. So that's a tough call, but yeah, it sucks you got Iron Patriot, man. That's always just a bad feeling, given the fact that we all know that there's some really decent champs in the basic pool now. Reeler, the leader of your alliance, got the beta. Nice. I'm curious to see what it's all about and how it's like being implemented in game, what it looks like. Is it like a separate tab and something you click and go into? So it's kind of keeping you out of your main account, and just any progress that's on your main account, and then you're getting to go and play in these alternate areas of MCOC that's not open to the general public, or what. So that's a pretty neat thing to see, to experience, and to see that it's going on. Because it means that they're going to have a lot more opportunities to have like real life feedback from people who are actually playing the game and not just developing it. And nothing against those guys, man. I'm sure they're very busy, but I think BG's even said on his stream it's a small studio, whereas there's millions of players playing every day, and we're seeing the stuff that they just can't. Because you think about it, when you make a character, right? Then you got to go out and test that character against the other hundred and some odd characters in the game, and then you got to maybe test them in a war scenario on every single different node. There's just so many permutations of how many different situations you would have two different encounters between champs that it would take them like all year just to test that out for one champ. So I understand they got bugs and that we do get some live beta testing essentially when they push some of their updates live, but hopefully this is a way that they can maybe quash some of that going forward in the future. Iron Patriot's not bad. No, Damien, he's pretty bad, man. He is pretty bad. Even with full suicides, he does not hit hard. Fury 300, don't worry about people. People want to nerf Blade because they don't have him. That's all there is to that. Just got your 5-star to rank 5. Congratulations, man. I love my 5-star at rank 5. He saves me a ton of units going through Alliance Quest, Alliance War. He's a great counter for all Mystics. He's not invincible by any means, but he's got some longevity and tons of utility, so love me some Blade. He is not a Scarlet Witch pre 12.0. You can never make those comparisons because I played a lot with Scarlet Witch pre 12.0, and that was a stun lock, power drain, face rolling fiesta is all that was. You didn't have to try. At least with Blade, you gotta kind of play good. And he won't do any of that stuff automatically. I mean, he has no power control mechanic, and he can't stun you. It's just a lot of bleed, a lot of power. Their magics aren't getting kills in AW anymore, so they want to nerf. Yeah, people shouldn't be placing magic for the most part on defense anyway, because she is a much better attacker. And I even had this thought well before Blade and all these new champs came out. We were playing War, and I was like, man, has anybody, because everybody's putting their magics on defense, and I was like, has anybody like thought fire with fire here, guys? Like, why not bring magic to fight magic in Power Locker? And sure enough, turns out that was actually a pretty good idea. Shoot. For once, I'm wishing for another dupe of any science champs, and you need the ISO. Eternal Warrior, open some 4-stars, man. You'll get the ISO. Hector, love the PowerPoint thumbnail. Thank you very much, sir. I actually made that in Final Cut, just using some of, I don't know, like a background gradient or something. I keep it simple, man. I don't need it. I don't need anything too elaborate. Who cares? Gets the point across. You don't see the thumbnail once you watch the video anyway. Do you get SA rewards? Well, of course I do, man. Everybody gets SA rewards. We usually shoot for 1 to 2% is what we aim for, but last week we got 9th, so it's a little bit high. To me, Sentry's bad, but the story makes up for it. There you go. There you go. Not every new character. I kind of just wish that they wouldn't release characters like this. And I know it's going to be an ongoing thing, but here's the thing with like Prestige and stuff. It's like, okay, well, here's a new champ. Now you need to get this new champ who's no good and rank him up just so you can continue to place high in Alliance Quest, whatever. And it does give newer players the opportunity to kind of catch up, but it also at the same time like makes you, if you're playing that game, makes you rank up some champs that just kind of aren't very useful, just for the simple fact that you want to be like in an MMX or a core or one of those top 5 guys like that. So I'm not a big fan of that per se, and it's going to make it so that people are always having to upgrade. Upgrade to these types of champions. So at some point, either they're going to change how Alliance Quest is scored and structured, or you're just going to hopefully just quit caring about that stuff and just play the game and realize that, hey, if you're not number 1, even if you're not top 15 or top 30, there's some really great rewards out there just for wherever you can place to rank your champs up. B Manny. Manny's good, man. BBB. Good to see you. Ask your question 7 times every time I skipped it. Aiden Reyes. I'm scrolling up, bro. You must be trolling me. Oh, there you are. I see it. Sorry, man. How much do I think Spark will go for an arena? I don't know. If you want him, go for like 6.5, 7 million. It'll probably be lower than that, of course, but if you want a champ, go high. Kabam would be doing the community a huge disservice if they nerf Blade. Big money spent. Oh, absolutely. I spent. Yep, me too. Is Gambit bad? He's not good. You gotta. When I had him at 550, and I took him against Winter Soldier in Roma Legends, of course. Mutant Crit Team. I built up 10 of his prowess charges, and I detonated an SP2 for, I want to say it was like 20 or 30k. So that was actually pretty good. But the thing with his prowess charges, his prowess buffs, is they fall off too fast. Usually, you're only going to get like one special in, and then you got to do the whole thing over. So he's kind of a waste. He can stun lock a little bit, so that's kind of useful. But he just doesn't hit very hard. So he's not a whole lot of fun to play with, which is kind of a bummer because I know he was another one of those kind of fan favorite champs. I know he was kind of one of mine growing up and stuff. So Magic is a beast for attack. Yes, I don't find her a good defender anymore. No, she can do okay. Not a 550 usually, depending on what tier you're in, I guess. But she can do okay on power gain nodes and stun immune or debuff immune nodes. But outside of that, yeah, man, if you can power lock her, or if somebody's got a blade, it's lights out, man. I got to fight one as the it wasn't the right mini. It was the right mini, but it was the one you can stun. And what was it? I hit her, I think 30 times. She had like 120k health, and she didn't proc limbo once. Didn't get to an SP3. I mean, it was just lights out. So yeah, people are rolling over her now. And if I had magic with me, I could have just power locked her and you know lights out too. So nothing special about magic as a defender anymore. She's okay, but there's way better options. Hodge Compass, Uncle Manny, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, thanks. You're welcome, sir. Sorry I missed it, man. Sometimes I'm looking down, sometimes I'm looking up. Did I see the second post Mike made on Century? Was that the one where he's sorry about limiting his limitations or something like that? I don't know. Have to post a cliff notes on it. I don't get on the forums a whole lot, but some of the guys in the alliance monitor them. Seems like pretty regularly, and I get most of my information from them. So if they didn't post it, I probably haven't seen it. There we go. Change from not buffing him to talking with the team. Oh, well, that's the thing too, is because it was a lot of people's fan, kind of like Carnage was, is a fan favorite. It was something everybody was looking forward to. I mean, a power of a million suns, all that good stuff, and to just be completely let down. His gameplay is awesome, but it's all about just damage output, man. You bring a champ up to 455, and he should be able to kill Winter Soldier faster than a 2-star Star-Lord. I know we've all seen that floating around. So, Dorm still beast as a defender, or nah? Jackie Chang, I think he's still pretty good. Magic, I mean, does great against him. Blade does okay because he won't proc his degen quite so much, but Magic still, she can just power lock him, kind of intercept, and you can rinse one. But I just took my Dormammu to 455 and used a Mystic Awakening gem on him, so I'm hoping he's still pretty good. I think he's still one of the best defenders. Right now, MODOK on a debuff immune or stun immune is doing good, but I think that's kind of a bug because it says right there in his description that he's not to trigger parry with his auto block, but he obviously is. So something doesn't seem to be right there for sure. Tony the Tooth, what? You just pulled 5-star Punisher from your arena crystal, dude. That is amazing luck, sir. Congratulations. I can guarantee you'll never see my 565 magic on defense, Dr. Doob. I don't want to see your magic on defense. You can take Dormammu easy or MODOK. Yeah, kabam. Hey, Patty's Pub, $2 holler. What is up? Really enjoy you and Trims as streamers. Keep it up. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Let me get you updated here right quick as the funder of Bad Decisions. The Patty's Pub. Thank you very much, my man. Let me update your amount here right quick. Forgot to do that. Thank you, sir. Jam the man. What is up? Ah, not much. To be honest with you, I'm ready for spring, sunshine, shorts, swimming pool. I think we're going to put one in this year, a little above ground for the kids, the family, like a 24 footer. I think that's a pretty average size one. Build a little deck around it, have some barbecues. But yeah, man, I'm ready for cold weather to go away. I know we still got like 2 months of it, but life goes on. I turned Warrior 2 solo dorm yesterday. It was fun. Nice, man. Quick shot, which theirs was only a 4 star. I went in there with Blade. Couldn't bait a special. He SP3'd me, hit me. Quick shot jumps in there with his magic and one shots him. So yeah, yeah, it can be done. Magic's good. Hey, Weck, what's up, man? I got a 565 Sig 200 magic. Nice, man. Mine is, what's her prestige at 200? It's like 7,400 or something like that. Mine is 142 or 147, I think, roughly. And she just hit 7,000, but awesome, man. Love her for AW and AQ, disappoint her ability to handle Labyrinth. Yeah, she has niche fights, like Juggernaut, for instance. I think she might be a good one for. But yeah, Star Lord's still king, man. Nothing you can do about that. And then Stark, and then Blade, I think. Best three champs. Sentry has awesome gameplay and animations. Yep. Super cool looking. Yep. Just ain't any good. Yep. You nailed it, David. Dorm is good on attack as well. That is true. I used to take my 440 on attack when I hit the bleed note, I think it was. Bleed or poison. But yeah, he's decent on attack, man. You hit him with a heavy to out the gate, get those soul bond charges and then detonate them for a nice big explosive finish. That's what she said. Yeah, magic on defense is wasted. That is true. Unless, here's the thing, like right now, my magic is not being used in Alliance War, or an Alliance Quest, I mean, and on Alliance War Attack, I use Stark Spider-Man, Blade, and Archangel a lot. So really, for me, it's either she goes on defense or she just sits on the bench sometimes. So it's not too bad to chuck her in there every once in a while. Maybe do a little bit of chip damage on somebody for sure. Dubes is saying, lover, definitely not a labyrinth chat. You did, oh, okay, you did use it for jugs, dude. Okay, awesome. Took a lot of hits, but it's so easy. Yeah, man, make that fight easy on yourself. Good job. Oh, getting laid to waste. Holy smokes. Let's hope that finishes him. Pacify kills magic as well. Yeah, it does. If you can stun her, it does a pretty good job. You're exactly right. That's where Modoc's parry might be because of the mastery. Yeah, but it says right in his description that it can't cause auto stun, whereas a Medusa, the auto block can cause a parry. So I don't know, man. Zen Master, how's it going, B Manny? I'm loving the half suicide build. Thanks for the advice. Hey, dude, you're welcome. I may have switched off of it for the time being, but I still love that build quite a bit. Anytime I put on suicides, that's what I run. I've been wanting to help more with the minis and such in Alliance Quest, so I went ahead and chucked it off for right now. Blade and Magic as your first two 565s. Basilio, I've been thinking the same thing, sir. I'm not 100% sold or, sure. It just depends on who's out and who I've got once I do have the next two Tier 5 basics. But I have seriously contemplated Magic as my next one because she has decent prestige and her utility is just so phenomenal that why not just make her an absolute beast going forward in my account in this game. So, Dr. Doom, can I join your alliance? Not level 60, but I'm really good. Give me a chance. Hey, yeah, man. There you go. What do you think, Dr. Doom? Whack Magic Prestige at 200 is 10,021. Okay, as a 565. Okay, yeah, it's pretty good. I don't think I'd have any problem with that because I mean, even if you're getting like a Thor Ragnarok at 10,500, let's say, so let's say he's 500 points ahead over 5 champs. I mean, that's lowering your overall prestige by 100 points potential. But man, you're playing a really tight game if that's what you're going for. And I don't think most people would enjoy playing that kind of a game. So yeah, totally worth it then, because it'll get you through stuff, man. I think that the champs you rank, and this is how 4Loki kind of approaches thing. You know, we don't kick for who you rank who you want to rank up, and that's fine. Uh, but if you can rank a champ that's going to save you units and save you resources to allow you to complete maybe other difficult content in the game, or just to continue playing at being relatively casual, relatively cheap, I think that's what it's all about, man, and having a good time. It was like, can't compare Sentry's damage to Luke Cage if we buff Luke Cage. that's that's true. That's true. Saj 007, show my masteries. Yeah, I can do that here in a minute. Let me finish this run before I switch over to the other arena, and I'll show them for you real quick. What do I think about Taskmaster? Taskmaster? Not much. Somebody sent me a thing saying my buddy ranked him to 455. He hits really hard, and like showed me a video clip. And I was like, dude, my 550 like Angela hits harder than that, or I just almost any champ hits harder than what he does. I think some of the things he can do is relatively cool, but to have to put a debuff on him like 10 times before he shrugs it off, I mean, Blade is gonna kill him. Gwenpool is gonna kill him. There's a lot of champs that are just gonna wreck him. So I don't think. Yeah, he's not very good, man. I think BG summed it up in his video. I'm so bad at evading that. I don't know what it is. It's the timing on Ant-Man's SP2, that second part that always seems to mess with me if I'm too far away from him. Alright, come on, dude. Let's get out of this fight. There we go. Nice. Since it's my summer break, I'm running Suicides for Arena. Always have double edge up 100% of the time. Sometimes I put on Liquid Courage. Yeah, man. And I'm not finding a huge difference in my arena time, Eternal Warrior, since I've taken off Suicides. Maybe a couple hits, but for the most part, I mean, it just depends on the champ and the matchup. Like this one here with Storm. This fight wouldn't have, 12 hits, that wouldn't have gone any faster if I had Suicides on. And now I can use my specials and fight bosses and all that good stuff everywhere else in the game. Plus my defense is stronger, because man, Suicides on a defender. I fought one the other day and it was just way too easy. And I've been placing with Suicides myself for quite a while. And granted, like 3 or 4 of my champs were immune to bleed, but they still suffer recoil, and that's a big chunk of their health. So being able to turn that off better for my team for sure. The Glory of Man, good to see you. What's up, Smooth Talker B Manny? That's me, sir. Good to see you in the house. Hope everything is well in your world. But yeah, I've got 5 of 5 Limber on, which is nice. Ugh, come on, Jugs. Alright, wait this thing out here real quick. There we go, perfect. J Image. Hey man, how's it going? I recognize your name. Have we been talking before? You get on the wait list, just PM me. We're looking for 6,500 plus prestige, kind of as a baseline. I mean, that'd be a minimum. You come at me and say my prestige is 7,100, then I put you closer to the top of the list. Suffix. Apparently, no, I'm not going to let you join for a Logi. Brutal didn't just dip. I mean, he gave a heads up that he was going to join, either a more casual alliance or just take off from the game altogether. And those guys over there, they're really high prestige, but they're really chill. So I think that was more of his fit, because I know he didn't want to get away from it altogether. But for Loki, we have minimums. We push hard in AQ every week, so I think he wanted to just pump the brakes for a little bit. What is some good nodes to put Medusa on? Stun Immune does really well, like the Stun Immune Poison up the middle. You got the right debuff Immune on the top side, mini boss. She does decent there. I've seen her get some kills. As a 455, she's actually pretty good at boss. I'm trying to think. There's a stun immune over on the left hand side. A lot of stun immune stuff, man, because people just aren't quite versed with playing her yet, or playing against her yet. So I think that's part of the struggle most people run into. Once they get her down, it won't be too bad, but For the time being, it's just kind of the newity or the the newness of the champ that's giving people a hard time. But if you know that she, and I kind of demonstrated on the other night on the live stream, whenever I was fighting one in the uncollected mode, how I like to fight her. But it's all about pushing her back while she has the three bars active, or the three furies active, pushing her back, giving yourself time and room to, maneuver about and everything. And then once they fall off, then you can do your damage. But just keep your distance and keep her blocking as much as possible. I'm gonna go rewatch some H by H. Have a good stream. See you, Jackie. Hashtag son of B Manny. You got it, buddy. Crappy damage champs without suicides is such a drag to use. Oh man, Eternal Warrior. Even when I run suicides, they aren't fun. Iron Patriot, Luke Cage. It's just rough, man. Like you'll see me right now. I'm skipping Magneto because I just don't really like fighting with him too much. But I mean, I will a lot of times, but it's just not much. It's just not much fun. They're just so weak. Yep. We have man. Okay, cool, Jay. That'll work, buddy. Ray, my prestige you posted is out of date. Don't think I've updated prestige sheet. Been using the one Zaltar sent who's not in our alliance anymore. Okay, take a look at Mutamats. That's one we've all been using through Google spreadsheets. If you need a link or something, just let somebody know and we can get you updated, man. And like I said, I know it's not accurate because what our average says on that sheet, like I know Jude's didn't update for some reason, but it's no big deal, man. I mean, I know you'd want it to be accurate though. Contest champion sending over a brown unicorn. Good to see you, sir. Hope your grind is going well. I know you're going for Punisher, I think you said, right? Are you going to sell him? You already have him? Sell him for them shards? Oh, you said you wanted battle chips and units, though, right? Yeah. Good luck with that, man. Hope it all goes well. Or, worst case scenario, you open that door for some gifts. J Image kicked me from their alliance before he joined for Loki. Well, Ray, how the tables have turned. How the tables have turned. David, you're welcome, sir. Appreciate that. Suffix. No, I don't think we got all wet. I mean, it was nice. Like he gave us like a 10 or 15% or point prestige boost for a minute. Um, but I don't know, dude. We played with a lot of high end guys. He wasn't really anything special. It was just kind of cool to have him in the alliance as a legend. But you seem to be trolling a little bit. That's a horse, you fool. Yeah. Hey, watch this. I got something fun. I got this little thing. Let's see. What is it? Dun, 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 dun. I think it's a unicorn. And you are gone. Peace out. Might have just only deleted you, so we might have to ban you, buddy. But I think that's what you want. And probably Punisher. Okay, cool, man. BG is always selling them champs. Can't stop him. All right, let's see how we doing here. Doing pretty good. We're getting close. We got a few more. Do a couple more rounds. At this point, man, I just like to, and this is an easy grind. I'll just find some champs that I actually want to play with. Green Goblin, as long as I don't have class disadvantage, he does all right. I had some disadvantage or class disadvantage, yeah, the other day in a fight, and man, it took forever. So we're gonna mix it up. Jay saying it wasn't his fault, man. It wasn't his fault. Were you an officer, Jay, when you kicked Doobs? Ah, it's just game, man. There's always people are gonna make bad decisions, good decisions, middle of the road decisions. Life goes on. Look at this power, dude. I mean, 67. I mean, my 2 stars hit harder than that. Somebody tell me the Green Goblin hits a lot harder when he's awakened or something, because this is just some weak sauce, man. 160, 160. I mean, look at this. 38, 80. That is like the worst SP1 I've ever seen in my life. Hmm. He does good on defense, though. I haven't looked into it much. Can somebody tell me if Green Goblin becomes a good defender unawakened, or if it is his awakened ability? I think he's good unawakened because if I'm remembering correctly, his awakened ability has something to do with turning something into a super bomb versus something else. I'm not sure. So yeah, maybe he's still a good defender unawakened because I know we want to put a Jude wants to rank up his 345 for it. Hey, quick shot. What's up, man? Nice job, sort of earlier on Hyperion. I didn't quite see what happened. I just saw your message that, well, I'm dead. Good luck. I was like, oh, okay. All right, no problem. The trouble is, man, I couldn't even get there. I didn't bring I didn't bring magic today, but I could use either Blade or or not Ghost Rider, well, or Ghost Rider, I guess. But I could use Iceman for him too, if I can make it to him. I don't know if I'll make it to the second one or not. I like Green Goblin in the arena. It's nice to have new move. Yeah, Jam the Man. It's nice to have a new move set to play with. That's about the only reason I'm liking using some of these characters. It's like, well, this is new. You know, it's not the same old, same old. Reeler, I'm telling Vex you're talking trash. Oh, he knows. He knows. He's lurking probably. Screw Vex. Ah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. All right, Doctor Strange. I'm enjoying Doctor Strange here recently too, and I really like Vision. One of these days, I'm gonna have to rank him up, man. Green Goblin's SP2 does a lot of damage. Okay. Shabua. Yep, I'll have to try that, man. Next time up, just lay the SP2 down and win the fight, hopefully. Good defender unawakened, just nice to have them awaken. If they mess up evading a special, they're dead. Yeah, true. That's true. Alright, the unknown. Take care. Who do you think should be a first God tier science champ? Hopefully someone that first. I don't know if it'd be first. Quake falls into that category. Just as she has a ton of utility, and what they did with her recently, with allowing her stacks of concussion to do additional damage. I mean, really ramped it up for her. So that's got a lot going on. Plus her concussion and ability accuracy reduction, just ability reduction in general. Um, she's a solid champ. So outside of that, I don't know, man. Maybe Void will be, and maybe just maybe Kabam is saying, hey, chill out on Sentry because we haven't seen the synergy with Void. Now, I know a lot of people aren't necessarily a big fan of having to use another champ on their team to make the other champ good, but at the same time, who knows, man? Maybe people get Void, or maybe Void's the God tier champ. Maybe they get him, and it really does just wake him up. But then again, I've seen what the synergy is, and getting to an SP3 a lot of times, I don't know, just doesn't seem to happen that often. Hey, Aaron C, what is up, man? I know, like in Alliance Quest, the only SP3 I typically get to, which I guess it's because I choose to, is Ghost Riders because of Mystic Dispersion a lot of times, and Magic. I use their SP2 because I want a power lock, so I guess I could get there. But then again, you're talking about a champ's like, I need sustainability, and in war, I don't know. I mean, yeah, questing, maybe. Once again, I don't know. I don't know. I was an officer, but I mainly always wanted to play. Never really liked getting rid of anyone. Not even sure. Ah, Doobs. Best thing that happened to Doobs. The best thing that happened to Doobs. Thanks, Quick Shot. Appreciate it. Finishing up the toys. The toys that made us, or that made us. The toys that made us on Netflix. Huh. I did grow up in the 80s, man. I was born in 83, so that's interesting. Man, I can't believe how close I am. Yeah, like somebody was saying earlier, new move set. For me, that's King Groot here. He's a pretty cool champ. Man, I'm down to my. Alright, one more, and then we'll move on. And somebody want to see my masteries, I'll show that real quick, and then we'll move on. For some reason, Gran, when you mentioned the toys that made us, there's a movie with Robin Williams called I think it was just called Toys. That reminded me of. I don't know why. Now King Groot, I went for him as a 5 star, featured 5 star. Of course, I missed him, which I'm kind of glad I did because I probably would have ranked him to 455 and possibly regretted it later. But he is I mean, he's a really sustainable champ. But when I hear people talking about him and like, oh yeah, they'd regen to full, but they'd have to time out like 2 and 3 times, I'm like, eh, I'm good. I'm good with that, I think. I like to finish a fight pretty quickly. Oh, Ray Ray, you're right. Nobody kicks you, dude. That's right. That's right. DJ, yeah. 5 star Nebula worth a tech gem. Not gonna use one on Star Lord if I get him. Ooh man. Nebula, no, 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 no. I used a generic on my 4 star Nebula, which I regret because I never ranked her up, and then I ended up pulling her naturally from a crystal. The thing with her awakened abilities, it gives her additional chances to proc those regen in case you get hit. Some people say her regen is consistent or it's reliable. Well, it's not really regeneration actually. It's just kind of like a fail safe. Like, oh, I got blasted because I didn't play well, and it saved you a little bit. So I don't consider that regeneration. Regeneration to me is like gonna take you above and beyond where you were either naturally or like an Ultron, the way Ultron does it. But no, I don't think she's worth a gem at all, unless she's got some sick prestige. But I'm not really sure about that. Damn some, yeah, Jay. I know, man. It's sad. Documentary series on the creation and history of Star Wars, He-Man, and GI Joe. Nice. Okay. Or GI Joel. GI Joe. Awesome. Yeah, that was my childhood, man. And Rambo. They used to have a Rambo cartoon even that I used to watch. All right. So real quick, masteries. Then I'm gonna jump into the my 5 stars. So courage, 5 out of 5 in the standards. 3 out of 3 glass cannon. Of course, max deep wounds, max assassin. I've opted out of block proficiency. I did a quick test, and I'm just gonna run recovery right now, and it's allowing me to put a lot of points in offense. And then you can see here 5 out of 5 limber, 5 out of 5 mystic dispersion, and then I can get 2 points in both petrify and pacify. So enjoying this build so far. Do you know how I can join SGA4 Kabam CEO? I have no idea, man. Probably contact someone from their alliance and go from there, I guess. It's a recovery like limbo to regen. You need to yeah, that's true. But I don't think it's not. Man, you can get chipped away a lot, but it's like you have to take a big hit for it to work. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about that at all. It's about 7,300 to 200. Not the best. Ooh. Yeah. I don't think I'd be using that gem on her. Alright, let's take out this Agent Venom with Blade. Almost typed G.I. Joe. Yeah, that's like, it was just like rolled off the tongue. It's like G.I. Joe. Alright, one sec. I'll get back to chat as soon as I rinse this guy. And thanks to YG Mad Cat, I was able to, should have got that in. He's kind of showed me a little technique on punishing his SP1, so I will showcase that in just a bit. Because before I was always just blocking, and it wasn't really doing me any good, because I was taking a lot of chip damage. And this way, I'm able to go ahead and retaliate against his SP1. I'll push him over here. Here we go. As soon as those bullets start hitting you, man, dash back and you'll get out of it and you can punish it every time. Works like a charm, and you take minimal damage, really. Sweet. It's kind of like Cable. I don't think you can like fully evade Cable's SP1, so you just kind of wait for that first little bit to touch you. You're gonna take just a little bit damage, dash back, go in, punch him, boom. But she's my rank 4 tech option unless I pull Sparky. Well, hopefully you pull Spark, man. Because, yeah, I don't know. Gran's here. Ask Gran what he thinks. He's got a rank 3. Um, She says that she has really grown on him, and I've seen him use her effectively in war. So maybe he's got some better input on whether he would take her up to rank 4 or use an awakening gem on her. Do you have her at rank 4 already, Aaron, or are you just thinking about using the gem? Alright, what do we got here? That'll work. And I suck at World of Tanks. I don't play any other games, man, except this. That's all I got time for. Nebula's regen, kind of eh. I mean, I guess one thing about her is that you do have the fact that if you've got recovery mastery, let's say you take a hit for 5,000, you're going to do 5,000 plus 15% on top. So you're going to get a little bit of regen, but yeah, like I said, it's just a fail-safe against fighting like maybe a Mordo or a Hyperion that you can't stop from getting SP3 or something. You can fully evade cables SP1. Okay. It's just tricky because there's so many parts to that gun of his that I don't even fool with it. I let the first part touch me, and then I'll dash back, and then I know it's a safe way to do it with taking minimal damage versus eating the whole thing. Yeah, I do that for AV as well. Sometimes I get too comfortable and evade too early. Yeah, and it bleeds you to death. Yep. That's a good thing about Blade, because I don't run willpower. But with Blade, that happened to me the other day. I was taking a little clip to say, hey, thanks for the tip or whatever. And the first thing I did was I evaded too early, and he bled me. But Blade had enough power to where he shrugged it off very quickly, and B, of course, was able to regen all the damage from it and keep on trucking. So. How to evade War Machine SP1 on SP1 unblockable? Man, honestly, I can't do it. Daredevil or an auto evade champ like Spark would be the only way I would try to do it. Otherwise, I just hold block and go, damn it. I have to try this again. Weck. Damn, practicing for my first run of LOL, and I just one-shotted Red Hulk for the first time. Ah, congratulations, man. There you go. Who are you using? I've actually been contemplating doing an LOL run myself, but I'd like to stream it, so maybe next month. And I don't know if I'll do it all in one sitting or not. I'll do it when like AQ and AW's down or something, but just go through there for fun and chuck a new Sig Stone or something into somebody, because I've got a ton of resources that are going to expire, and even if I do it next month, they'll probably expire anyway. But I've got a bunch of those, and I've got like 530 some odd of those free crystals, and I went in earlier today just fooling around with Blade and Stark, and I went through I made it all the way through Electra, but I lost both Blade and Stark to some evade stuff. But yeah, it didn't revive up until Miss Marvel, and I knew I could probably one-shot her, so I thought, man, this will be fun. Won't be too expensive either. KC Fishing, I have Nebs at I guess rank 4 and you don't regret it. Use the tech gem on her. Okay, cool, man. But yeah, I mean, Stark's in the basic pool now. I know it's a 1 in 70 chance or however many 5 stars there are now, but at the same time, if you pull him and you can't throw an awakening gem into him, you're gonna be pissed because he's a way better champ. But she does have the double immune thing going on. You gotta ask yourself too, like, do you need her at rank 4? Like, if you can do everything you need to do with her at rank 3, then there's not really a lot of reasons to take her to rank 4. It's just like that with some champs. Unless you just really want to, or you need the prestige, or something to that effect. Done. Grant saying he wouldn't use a gem, but if you duped her naturally, then she might go to rank 4. Yeah, that's probably a good call. Yeah, her regen's definitely a bonus. And a great safety net. Using 5-star, rank 4 Star-Lord. Oh, cool, man. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, okay, 5. Sorry, I had that backwards in my mind for just a second. 5-star, rank 4 Star-Lord. Oh, man. Labyrinth's gonna be a breeze for you, dude. And you've never done a path at all. That's awesome. I wish I had a Star-Lord when I went in there. I used my 4-star 550 a lot. Okay. Eternal Warrior saying he likes to get hit by by heavy attack, and it triggers a regen. Yeah, that's a good point. Unless it's a two hit. Yeah, that's true. Savage Scorpion, have a question. Better not be a 3-star Stark Spider Man cutoff. I have 5-star Drax duped 3 times and a 5-star Hyperion not duped, which would be worthy of rank 4. Hyperion, either you'll pull a Cosmic Gem eventually or you will dupe him eventually. I took my Ultron you're seeing here to rank 4 unawakened, and I duped him, which of course that's pretty good luck, but it'll happen, man. And he's way more worth it, even unawakened, than Drax, in my opinion. Some people have a rank 4 Drax and love him to death. I just think Hyperion has a lot more utility. Being able to, oops, I didn't mean to do that, double heavy there. A lot more utility being able to incinerate, and his SP2 damage is insane, and of course the power gain. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on for him that are not going on for Drax. So 63 hours, 25 minutes till Medusa. Nice, dude. I'm like, it's funny because I think I'm gonna get enough within the 2 weeks that she's here to get one shot at her. And I'm excited to give her a try because I do have 2 Cosmic Awakening gems and all that good stuff. But I'm like so pumped for everybody else who's gonna be opening for her, man. I'm so excited for you guys, and like I know everybody's held on to a lot of crystals and shards over the past month, if not longer, and got a lot riding on it. But I'm confident that you guys are all gonna come out really well with this, so it's exciting. Would I take Drax to rank 4 on Dupe? No way, man. I would not. Rank 3, maybe. Maybe. Best place to place Goblin and AW seems to be Node 24, which has Buffet and the enhanced regeneration. Gives people a really hard time. But I mean, you can blast him with Archangel and probably Stark too. But Archangel does really well. He does really good there. And then there's an Arc Overload node up path 7 a little ways. I think it's like the last fight before those minis on the right side. And he does okay there. I wouldn't say he does great by any stretch, but he does okay. All right, let's see. I don't really like any of these matchups, so I'll just go like that. Yeah, Node 24, he's okay. I've soloed 455s there, but then again, I can see who I'm facing, and I bring Archangel. But I've also seen Green Goblin like even some of our guys has just completely shut him down before. Just can't out damage it. But if you got Star Lord and you play well, you can solo that fight. But like I said, Archangel is the best bet. Just stop the healing altogether. Shut him. Just end the fight. It'd be a nice prestige bump. Yes, sir. Yeah, Grand fill us in. Real Deal wants to know, what's that skinny on Hulk? You're skipping over Blade and going for Hela. Aaron C., I cannot recommend that to you, sir. If you want some general bad life advice, that's what it would be. You don't want Blade. Skip Blade. Go for Hela when she comes back around. I'll do so much more for your account. Blade just saves me so many units, man. I mean, you think about it, right? A level 4 potion costs 100 units and 6,000 HP. Well, Blade per tick is 833, so I'm getting over 1,600 per second with Blade's regen. So in what, roughly 3 seconds, about 4 seconds. 4 seconds of holding block for his regeneration is worth 100 units. That to me is, yeah, totally worth it. You can mess up, and you can run him with suicides. I mean, his recoil, even as a rank 4 or rank 5 5-star, is only recoil is roughly 1,500. So you hold block for a second or so, and boom, you got it all back. No big deal. Watch Kabam's unit sales go down when a crap ton of people go for Blade in February. Oh yeah, yeah they will. Okay, Grant. That's what I was saying earlier. That the sign up time still had well over a week left in, or not a week, a day, roughly 36 hours. So you're probably not gonna. Somebody was asking too when they're gonna see some video, and I pretty much just put it out there that it would probably be minimum like 2 to 3 days before anybody posts anything about it. Just because you're not no, nobody's gonna have a chance to dive into it here, like you said, for another day and a half or so. It's kind of exciting. I don't know why they've chosen to start with those two champs per se, but I guess you got to start somewhere and see how it goes. Maybe see what kind of decisions make with these relatively like horrible champs before they give them some good champs to test out. I'm gonna start saving for Bishop. Kabam CEO, me too, man. He was one of my favorite characters kind of growing up. I really like Bishop, and then there's also Sabretooth coming, and I've got another Mutant Awakening gem. So man, if one of those two characters are really good, I'm gonna go ahead and go for Medusa. I think I've already made up my mind about that. I'm gonna skip Void, and then I'm just gonna save. I was really bad about saving last month. I opened a ton of basics, which of course I can't really complain too much because I did pull Archangel out of one of them, and I got I think 7 new champs for Arena. So it's making my grind a lot easier, but at the same time, I have no shards to take shots at some of these amazing champs that may be coming around the corner. So I'll just have to, like I said, take a shot at Medusa because I can awaken her and go from there. Alright, get out of this stun. Thank you. Hela requires you to know how to use her. We know someone with a rank 5 Hela, lol, takes his AQ path each fight in under 10 hits. Well, it's probably just building those heavies up, building those furies. That's pretty good. But yes, your next statement is true also. I'd still take Blade over her. Me too. After a lot of people have Blade, they may nerf him a little. I mean, what are they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna take away some of his danger sense. I mean, that's the way he was designed. They're gonna take away some of his regen. Once again, that's how he was designed. I mean, they should. This isn't like I said, he's not dominating all content, and you gotta think too, man, is that people have a 565 now. I don't care pretty much who that 565 is. They have a higher challenger rating, which they introduced into the game, so that didn't exist before. So now a challenger rating of 120 versus 100 or 110 max with a 455. The challenger rating is affecting your base stats, so any 565 is going to be very, very powerful. Period in the contest. That's the way that they made it to be. So I mean, you're just seeing a lot of them at high ranks, and so it's like, oh, they're running over shit, and it's like, well, yeah, I mean, they're 565. That's what they're designed to do. So keep that in mind, man. Because if you were to use a 550, I mean, it's a sustainable champ. It's a good champ, but I mean, it's essentially like a little bit better version of Wolverine. Bleed, regeneration. Hell is Beast. I know Legacy has Hell. I never got to see him use her much. I don't know. I don't know if he uses her in any offensive facet of the game, or if he just parks her on defense, or if a champ like that is made for more long-term, long fights, long content like LOL or anything like that. And just one shot at Old Man Logan. I think Grand did that one day. This may turn into an LOL run versus practice, dude. I think that's what Grant did. He's like, I went in here to fight Star Lord and see how, or fought Star Lord then Jane Foster to see how it was gonna go and like soloed her, and it's like, yeah, I'll just keep going. Or maybe that was Dubes. Maybe Dubes did that. Somebody did that just recently. I guess that they would ask us not to post beta test content. Yeah, I kind of wondered about that too. If not necessarily like the content creators program, but just something to the effect like, yeah, kind of keep this in house, and if we see you post anything, we're gonna take you out of it. I don't know. 1200 damage per fury, that's so good. Yeah, it is pretty good. You are right. I have 27 days to rank for a champ, hoping I can hit 15k for Medusa since I also have 2 Cosmic Awakening gems. Welcome to the club. At 9k, 5 shards. 5-star shards should be able to have one shot at her. Ray Ray, I think, almost in the exact same boat, except I think I have less shards than you. I think I'm only sitting on like 5,000 maybe. But I'll have more from other stuff going on. So you're for sure going to get there, but I don't know if I'll make it or not. Screw Blade, screw you. Quick shot. Screw you. Tony Dola. I'm doing good, man. Thanks. How is everything in your world, sir? Maybe they're trying to buff Luke and Red Hulk in first 6-star champs and don't want to hear the crying. Ooh, the real deal. That is a very interesting because I think even BG was saying this the other night. It's like, look, they're gonna make it so that you're gonna want kind of like the basic pool was for the 5 stars to begin with. It was like there's a hand because they're gonna have 24, I think it is originally, and it's like, well, there's a handful you really want, and there's all the other ones you don't want to pull. So I'm wondering if maybe they might make them a little bit better because they are in fact gonna make the initial cut of 6 stars. That's a good point. But if they're better, then that's cool too. I know quite a few people with 455 Blade and still die in AQ and AW, so he's not invincible. Thank you. I've been saying that this whole time. You also have to be decent at playing the game. Thank you too. I have been saying both those things. So Fury 300, you know it, buddy. Blade for me, I mean he does really well, but if you slip up in Alliance Quest or something against like a Black Widow or anything like that, even the degen stuff. See, that's a tough part because he does have awesome regeneration, right? But I used to take a degen path with him. I can't stand there and just hold block because I'm using all my power that I need to regenerate, and I'm not doing any damage to the opponent. So it's a very tricky thing to manage while you're doing that. So I do have him with me today, but just because he's my my 5 star, and we couldn't find a war match, man. We tried. It took forever in the war before last, and then we launched as soon as our war ended yesterday, but just couldn't find one in time, so we had to end up skipping one. So it's kind of frustrating, man. Been missing some. We haven't missed any wars yet, but this is the first one, so we're gonna have to start our search earlier. But yeah, it's crazy how long it's taken to match anymore. I hope Kabam doesn't mess up Bishop too. Kabam CEO. I really liked that character. I can't remember a whole lot about him and why I liked him per se, but when I saw the name pop up, I like had flashbacks when I was like 12, 13 years old and like collected the cards and stuff. So that'll be a lot of fun to see him in the game. And Sabretooth, I'm curious about Sabretooth because he's Wolverine's brother, right? I mean, that's what I gather from the movies and such. Uh, he should have some sort of regeneration too, then I imagine. And I'm thinking bleed, so he could be quite a bit like Wolverine in a lot of ways, but we'll just have to see. Hopefully Void is good. I've got a science gem that you're dying to use. Oh man, I kind of hope so too. Although I do think that people are going to park him a lot on defense, just for the simple fact that well, A, he's new and he's got that mechanic about if you don't hit him every 10 or every 10 seconds, if you don't apply that 10th hit combo, he's putting a degen on you or something. We'll have to see because that was a monthly quest, how he's all boosted up and things change versus like what the actual character can do. So just have to see. Maybe don't jump the gun right away for him. Let some people get him as either a 4-star, 3-star, test him out, see what's what, and go from there. 550 Magic did better than the 565 Blade versus Dormammu. He did yesterday. I've had some pretty good runs with him. That was not one of them, man. He just wouldn't throw that special, and when he doesn't throw special, and you're having to use dexterity to get away from him and such, you're just screwed. So yeah, not much I could do about that one, man. You nailed it though. You killed it. Tony going all out for Medusa. Oh man, you and like 10 other guys I know, man. I know there's some guys that have 10 shots at her, some guys that have 5, 6, 7. So yeah, they've really been saving hard. And I know some guys that are gonna try a few shots and then hopefully get her. And if not, I mean they're kind of saving for Blade at this point. Just have to see how it goes. Polishing up my Science Awakening gem for the new God tier Luke Cage. Yes, sir. I got a 5-star in here somewhere. I'll see him in a minute, I'm sure. Blade or Tech Spidey for Labyrinth. 5-star to rank 5. Kieran Phillips, both. Well, in terms of Labyrinth, bring them both to Labyrinth because they benefit one another, and there's good fights for each of them. They only need that one attack synergy to get the extended rage timer. So yeah, definitely bring both for sure. 5-star in rank 5. I took up Blade. I have Stark as well, but Blade for me had the prestige, and overall, I think just a little bit more utility than Stark Spider-Man. But I use Stark all the time, and at 455, I mean, no complaints whatsoever about damage and how fast he ends fights and all that stuff. So, and you're gonna get a second T5 if you keep playing the game, or a second rank 5 star if you keep on playing the game. So, I'd probably do Blade first, and then Stark if you really like him. But I'm also thinking about Magic too. Skip Void, save for Blade. Void will come back a second time. That's a good point too. Let people chuck him out on like Alliance War defense, see how he does, and be his god tier. You can get him when he comes back. That's a good point. Got back-to-back 5 star Red Hulk, so got my fingers crossed. Been there. Good luck, real deal. Good luck. Dr. Doob spamming chat. Also, did anyone get an invitation for beta? Yeah, Kieran, the Grand Scheme did. I don't think anyone else did that I know of, but Grand did. 5 star Wolvie, 5 star Black Widow, 5 star Thor, 5 star Scarlet Witch. When are they going to release them? From what I'm gathering, never. But maybe they're skipping over to 6 stars. And if that's the case, throw me a Thor and a Scarlet Witch. I'll be good with that. Got 4 after Master. Nice. That's the thing. We got a new gentleman in our alliance, iChurch Pastor Blaster. You've probably seen him around chats and such. He follows a lot of streamers, and man, that dude has the most insane featured luck. What did he say he was, guys, that are in here? He posted the other day he was, what was it 6 for 9 or something? It was man, it was an outrageous ratio. Yeah. I mean, he can make some people salty fast if he if he tells them what his featured pull rate is. It's crazy. It is crazy. Totally unbalanced. Totally unbalanced. 2 guys from your alliance got a beta invitation. Nice, man. So you'll know what it's all about here shortly. It's kind of cool. Like I said, I'm interested to see how they do it and what all's involved. And how it is in the game in terms of like I says, like an area you click on, like, from the home screen, or it's like go to beta, and then you get to test them in whatever situation you want. So yeah, it's interesting to see for sure. Sammy lurking in the house. I'm gonna have to lay out my discipline skills though on hoarding those 5 star shards, man. If I do decide to go for Bishop or Sabretooth or any of these future champs, because every time I've gotten 10k, it's like just open one. But listening to BG earlier, it kind of made me realize, like, yeah, he made a something statement about if you've got every champ that you're after or need in the basic pool, why not save for features? And it's like, that's a good point, man. The only one I'm missing at the moment that I think I'd really like would be Ghost Rider. But outside of that, I mean, I've got Stark and Dormammu and Archangel and Iceman, and of course, some champs that aren't in the basic yet. So, and I've got Gwenpool, which doesn't see hardly the light of day anymore. But I think it's about time to, just save for features. Maybe save for the next prestige bump. Grumpy Gamer, 6 for 7 on features. Only miss was Stark, but you got him as a 3 star. That's crazy, dude. 6 for 7. That is insane. It's good luck right there. Oh, yeah, Sammy. That's terrible. Save for 6 months. And no Stark. That's just a shame, brother. That is just a shame. It's a sham is what it is. Something like that should not be possible. You know what? That's crazy. And I know Yeet, when he finished his Labyrinth run, man, he got burned hard. Felt bad for that guy, too. That just sucks. It's such a bad feeling. Chihara 6794. I also had crazy luck with features. 0 for 1. Hey, 0 for 1, that's not bad. That's not bad. You go for like 6, then you start to question whether you should continue to do that. Over 140k shards saved and got nothing but garbage. Ugh, I know it's terrible. And what makes you feel even worse when you do something like that is you know that you spent 5k shards extra on each of those crystals, and so for every two, you could open another basic and perhaps pulled someone decent. But hey, man, you can't look at it like that. You know it's you can't win if you don't play, kind of thing. So you played, you didn't win, stayed at it. You end up getting your Star Lord. It's gonna see you through, get you some other good champs. I know you pulled. No, you wanted that 5-star Hyperion. So yeah, just hang in there, man. They'll come. Just got to keep opening. People get mad sometimes when they see my pulls. It's like, dude, let me show you a screenshot of 9 crappy champions. And yes, I pulled Archangel, like 1 out of 10. That's not great. Because the night that I pulled Archangel, I also pulled Groot. So yeah, Electra down, only 1 kill. Weck, keep going, brother. You'll be done, man. A few hours, like 4 or 5 hours, I'd say max. Probably you'd be done. Thanks, Sammy. Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate with that. Godly Trio, Ghost Rider, Dark and Blade. You got it, man. They are pretty good. Although I usually can't find a way to incorporate all 3 of them unless I'm in like a questing team. An Alliance quest and a Alliance War, I need other things as well. I go for features if I were you. Yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment. Just features. Eats 2 for 30? Dudes, God. That's a horrible ratio. That's uncalled for too. 2 for 30. Gosh. You got Gwenpool and Star Lord? Nice, Sammy. Yeah. 2 great champs, man. One for prestige and utility, and the other for just rolling through Labyrinth. I know you want to get in there sooner than later. Archangel's your favorite? Yeah, he's a great champ, man. I was able to take him up too because I could rank down Winter Soldier and then I ranked down Gambit for the catalyst I needed. So that worked out phenomenally. Alright, let's see if we can finish him here with this SP2. Oh yeah. I hate Groot. Me too. I don't even like to fight with him in arena hardly. I went 0 for 10 in December. Oh, dudes. Gosh. I would have loved to go 1 for 10. Yeah, no doubt. Didn't you, dude, you pulled Ghost Rider recently, correct? If I'm not mistaken. It was raining Groots. Oh, it's terrible. It's a raining Groots. Hallelujah. Over O. You hang in there, quick shot. You keep hoarding, man. I hope you got a bunch of shards saved up for some awesome pulls. I hope you get Medusa, Archangel, Iceman, anybody you can awaken and rank for. That's who I hope you get. 0 for 11. Ah, Tony. Got an Awakened Ultron and X-23 from it, but I need the X Factor. And I hope Medusa is such. Yes, sir. I hope so too. That's a rough ratio right there. That's a rough ratio. I think the worst streak, because I've only ever opened like 1 or 2 for a champ. I did open 3 for Iceman and missed all 3 times, and then I got him on the 4th time. So that he was the one I've opened the most for. I've never done a big batch for a single champ before. Just usually one shot here, one shot there type thing. Ghost Rider's back in October. Nice. Just never had the Mystic CCs for him. At least you got him. That's half the battle. 117k shards? Sweet. That's a great start, man. So that's almost, what, 6? 7? 7 shots. By the time she's done, you should have 8, worst case scenario. Now, quick shot. If you get her, let's say first crystal, third crystal, whatever, are you stopping there, or are you just going to continue to pop? Or are you going to kind of hold for the next feature, like Blade, after that, or go to back to basics, or what's your plan there? Hey, Cameron Fathy, bad life decisions, you say? Sup, buddy? Yeah, I'm gonna do a short stream tonight. I did 4 hours the other night. It was crazy, and I found out that I use essentially 2 gigs of my data per hour that I stream. So it took a pretty good chunk of before they speed ran me. So I'm gonna need to, as soon as I run my 5 stars here tonight, I'm gonna call it a day. But yeah, really enjoy it, man. I'll do as much as I can. I need to get on some work though. I feel like my daytime has sort of been a little bit lax since the holidays, man. The holidays, and then the kids were on vacation a little bit longer. And then they got a little bit sick, and then today they had a snow day or a rainy, frozen ice day this morning. They canceled school. It's just like, damn it! I need to get back in the office. I need to stop staying up till 2, 3 in the morning, and actually wake up and be a productive member of society again. 3K short of 8. Nice. By the time Blade comes, I have 3 chances at Blade. Do you think those are good chances? Aiden, man, I mean, three's better than one. Ten's better than three. It's hard to say, buddy. You can pull them on the first one, or you can go for 10. Just the way the game works. All right, let's see here. I guess I'll have a couple science champs. A couple more fights here. I need another 455 by this time next month. Yep, never hurts for sure. My last 5-star from features. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm getting ready to read something not good. Iron Fist, She-Hulk, Iron Patriot, She-Hulk. Ugh. Marcos, what did you do in a previous life? Like, did you cook kittens alive and then like feed them to other kittens? Because that's a horrible. I mean, man, at least you could have got new champs, but bad champs. But that's just awful, dude. I'm sorry. Oh, over in Georgia, yeah, frozen ice, cancel everything day. Well, I don't think it was alleged here. Like I was up pretty late last night, and I remember there being like some sleet and some freezing rain, and then they said that the wreckers that were being dispatched to help people who had run off the road or whatever were getting stuck. So if the wreckers were getting stuck, then yeah, no school, man. Just keep them home. Who cares? But I do need them to go back here shortly so I can kind of get back on a routine of them going to school and being in class and learning a little bit, and me getting some work done. So in Georgia, I don't think they don't see a whole lot of that, right? What part are you in? Like northern Georgia or like closer to Atlanta or what? Because I know they get some winter weather, but it's not usually as severe down that way. All right, you see, this is what I was talking about, Luke Cage. He's got 3 exhaustion buffs, which of course, it's that mastery that lowers their healing per debuff. But anyway, this dude's just sitting there healing, 39 per tick. Got deep wounds, assassin, and it starts with a D, doesn't it? Shit, slipping my mind. 52 hits later, Colossus down. Ugh. I'm gonna have to look that up if no one can rattle it off in chat. It's kind of bothering me. Cancels reduces healing from debuffs. Alright, hold on. I live in Atlanta, just very unprepared. Yeah. Alright, I gotta look this up before I do this last set here. It's gonna drive me nuts. Despair. Yeah, okay, that's it. Despair Mastery. Alright, one more set here. Call it a night. Doing pretty good on my arenas though, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a Punisher 29.9, sell him. I'll make that decision later. I might just go ahead and awaken him. Thank you guys. Appreciate that, Despair. Alright. Yeah, I don't know where I'd use Punisher, and chances are I'll get him in another crystal eventually too. And I could use the 400 shards or whatever it is for selling them, 425 maybe. So yeah, I could use those. See, 23 hits, no suicides. I mean, that's not bad. I Yeah, I really don't. For some reason, this may just be me, conspiracy theory, whatever the case may be, but I feel like suicides are not as effective as they used to be. Like they changed something about it. Uh, I can't really put my finger on it or be like this is specific evidence or anything like that. But champs like Stark and Blade, which I still notice with other champs, but champs like Stark and Blade, it just doesn't seem to scale because of how their signature abilities and their abilities in general work in giving them additional crit and attack. That it's not boosting that; it's just boosting some base attack. So yeah, I haven't really found it worth it for the most part. I'm supposed to spread the word of God. Does anyone not know Jesus Christ? Oh, I'm sure there's quite a few in here that are familiar and unfamiliar. But we keep religion and politics at home, buddy. It's just MCOC talk around here. Venom is actually underrated. Yeah, I like Venom. He's not bad. So is Venompool. I like his SP1 a lot. It's a really heavy bleed and a regen if it steals your buffs. So yeah. All right, guys. I think that is gonna do it. I've ran my 5 stars for today. I will run them again tomorrow a couple times. Hit these final milestones. Yep, all set. Ran my 550s for now. I might run them one more time before I hit the sack. Got to do these other arenas a little bit, but it's going pretty well. Thanks for coming along for the ride, fellas. Patty's Pub, thank you again for the $2 super chat. I do appreciate that. And everyone else, hope you have a good night, and we'll see you on the battlefield. Take care.